Racer Pro Tip number 57. I just made that number up. The ground station. What is the most important thing in FPV? Is it the airframe that you fly, the motors, the ESCs, or is it something else? I've always contended it's something else. And people will spend thousands of dollars on their quads and all their little gadgets, and they spend absolutely nothing on FPV. And I've taken kind of a different view that your view needs to come first. So I'd like to talk about the most important thing to me, which is the ground station. I've effectively named mine the Penetrator. Well, first we'll start with our parts in our ground station. We got a standard tripod. I use a monitor, typically a 7-inch. I have one from Ready Made. This is just an example. This one will work. Oracle box, which makes all the magic happen. This thing instantly switches from its two sources. You can see the inputs. We have 2 inputs, left and right audio, but just 2 here. And then 2 outputs for 2 devices. So if you got 2 inputs, then we need 2 receivers to input, which doesn't matter what you use. I like to use diversity receivers. When we go to race band, I use these immersions. Non-race band, I have some other ones that you'll see here in a second. So then we add those. I've got a goggle cable here. That's one of my outputs. The monitor has inputs built in, which plug in. Powering it, I either use ground station power or a 3-cell LiPo. So my stations go either way. And then this is the one of my examples of a power wire. I have 4 inputs on this. Not all of them are wired up yet, but a balanced tap for the battery and just a barrel plug input. This might be good with XT60 or something like that on it. My new ones that are built out, I think I have 6 outputs on them, which just divides up the power. And I think I'm just putting 6 JSTs on there now, and then converting everything to JSTs so you can swap it around. With 4 inputs and 6 outputs, you can cover just about anything that's going to be on there. Next is the antennas. I like at least 2 circular polarized, followed by something long range. Optimal would be 4 of these pepper boxes, but that's a little bit overkill. There's a patch here. I also carry 2 sets, a set of left and a set of right, that covers my stuff. And even 4 of these little guys here would be pretty cheap, and that would give you some pretty good coverage. So the final product, right here, you can see my goggle cable coming off, what I plug into. Then typically I run power into the ground station. Just plug it in. If power is not available, then I go ahead and plug in off of the battery. So there's a wad of wires here, of course, that feeds up to the Oracle, which sits right in the middle. The battery velcros right on the back, and I put one of the receivers on each side. And then I keep a monitor up front. And a lot of people, what in the world do you need a monitor for? And you have no idea how handy and useful that monitor is until you actually get one and start using it. 1, people can actually watch your flying, which it's a small screen, but still spectators love it. And 2, it makes setup a breeze. Is your camera working? Is your camera angle right? Are you on the right channel? All those kind of things. The monitor just really adds another layer that helps this thing be as awesome as it is. So, but that's about it. I mean, it's not too complicated. We're switching off the best of the 4 antennas here. So in pretty much any situation, you're going to have the best signal possible. So that's it right there. I call it the Penetrator, and it pretty much never loses signal.